Welcome to another bonus edition of Upon Further Review.
Upon further review,
And in this edition, we'll be talking about the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. You can catch this Week 10 matchup on November 9th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can catch that on the local Fox affiliate. The Cowboys are 6-3 in this game, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are 1-8. This game is being played over in London across the pond. The Cowboys started off the season with a loss at home to the Niners, but then they won 6 straight as they beat the Titans in Tennessee and then the Rams in St. Louis. Then they went home to Dallas and beat the Saints and then the Texans. And then in Week 6, they went to Seattle and they beat the defending champs, the Seahawks. And in Week 7, they were home against the Giants, and they were riding high at 6-1. But then in Week 8 on Monday Night Football, the Redskins came into Dallas and they injured Romo. They beat him in overtime. So Romo made a courageous return, although maybe foolhardy. Then in Week 9, without Romo, the Cardinals came into Dallas and they beat the Cowboys. So the Cowboys are on a 2-game losing streak, and now they got to go across the pond over to London. And they're going against the Jaguars, who have only won 1 game so far this season. In Jacksonville, they started off with losses in Philadelphia and in Washington. Then they lost at home against the Colts. Then they went to San Diego and lost against the Chargers. Then they lost in Week 5 to the Steelers in Jacksonville. Then Week 6, they went to Tennessee and lost to the Titans. In Week 7, they lost at home against the Browns. And in Week 9, they lost against the Dolphins in Jacksonville. Or Week 8 rather. In Week 9, they went to Cincinnati and lost. Actually, they won in Week 7. I just got carried away with myself. But they won in Week 7 at home against Cleveland. That was their one win. But as it were, here they are going against the Cowboys. And for Jacksonville, in the last 3 games, Denard Robinson has really been a big part of their offense. They've found a way to get him involved. He had 127 rushing yards in Week 7 in that first victory. And then in Week 8, even though they lost to the Dolphins, he had 108 yards rushing. In Week 9, he had 94 yards rushing. But he got over 100 total yards because of receptions. But if they can get Denard the ball, maybe Jacksonville pulls this one out. And I actually pick Jacksonville because I like underdogs. Jacksonville is definitely an underdog. And I defy you to find another analyst who's picked Jacksonville more than I have. I've picked them quite a bit, and they've only won once, so it's only paid off one time when I picked Jacksonville so far this season. And I've said I picked them more than once. I think I picked them like the last 3 weeks. But here I am picking them again for like the 4th week in a row. I'm going with the Jaguars. With or without Romo, I think they can beat the Cowboys. It's not, going to be a healthy Romo. Probably won't even be Romo, although he did participate in practice and he was a full participant. So if Romo's taking full snaps, then I would not be surprised to see him go out there, especially because Romo, he likes to go out there and soldier it out. He's a warrior. And over there, especially, he's got to have some pressure to play because they're in London. They want to showcase Romo out over there to the fans in the UK. But that's a bad idea because the Jaguars are going to get after him. If he's in there, he's probably going to get hurt worse. So that's why they should just not even play him, just take the loss. Because it could be an even bigger loss if Romo gets even worse hurt. I mean, he already was aggravating his back. He had that surgery. The vertebrae are, fractured, I believe. So it's not a good, thing there. And really, maybe you put him out there and just have him hand the ball off over and over to DeMarco Murray, and that could get you the win. But just to have him out there is a bad idea, I think. I think they'd be better off with Whedon. I still think Jacksonville can pull this off because I think the Jaguars are better than people give them credit for. But let's look inside the numbers. The Cowboys are 18th in the NFL in passing proficiency when it comes to passing yards per game. The Jaguars are 27th. And then when it comes to pass defense, the Cowboys are 15th and the Jaguars are 25th. So the edge goes to the Cowboys, but not by a lot. And then when it comes to the running attack, the Cowboys are number one, the best running team in football. They just give the rock to DeMarco Murray, then they win. The Jaguars, they're 21st. They just recently have found their running game in an unlikely spot with the former quarterback from the University of Michigan, Denard Robinson, as he's getting the ball and picking up yards. Just got to give him the ball. But before that, they really had no running game, so that's a number, that's been on the rise. It used to be that they were in the 30s, but now they're 21, so who knows where they'll be by the end of the season when it's all said and done. But that's where they're at the moment. So when it comes to running defense, the Cowboys are 16th, and the Jaguars are 24th. So they're pretty evenly matched right there. The thing is, though, is that Cowboys defense and the Jaguars defense don't go against each other. It's the offense of the Cowboys going against the defense of the Jaguars. And that running offense against the Jaguars rushing defense, well, that matchup right there, Murray could get a couple hundred yards quite possibly. Although, if they're one-dimensional, the Jaguars can load up in the box, and then that's how the Jaguars win. But you got to give the edge in the running game to the Cowboys without a doubt. Although, when you see that the Cowboys are ranked 16th in the running game, and with the newly revitalized running game of the Jaguars, I fully expect to see Denard Robinson have a big day, pick up lots of yards, and get into the end zone any which way. He might even, I would not be surprised to see Denard Robinson throw a touchdown, rush for a touchdown, and also receive a touchdown. So right there's your bold prediction. Denard Robinson, 3 touchdowns, 1 by air, 1 by sea, and 1 by land. So there you go. And what that is, you choose which one is sea or air. If he's looking at it after he threw it, that would be sea. He sees it as it's being caught. But anyway, so yeah, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars win this game. Let's look though at the score. The Cowboys are 10th in the NFL when it comes to putting points on the board. The Jacksonville Jaguars are 32nd. When it comes to points allowed, the Cowboys are 9th and the Jaguars are 30th. So right there, again, the Cowboys had the advantage. So on paper, without a doubt, the Cowboys are the better team on paper, statistically. The game's getting played on paper, though. And the Cowboys, they're having their fall in the fall because they are sliding in October into November. Usually they wait until December to fall apart, but now they're doing it right here at this point. The thing is, it's a shame because DeMarco Murray's having such a great season, but you knew it was bound to happen eventually. And this will just be kind of like the explanation point on that, is once they lose to the Jaguars, everyone's gonna go insane. You heard it here first. Even though, I mean, hey, it'll be interesting to see if does Romo play or not. We'll find out. And if Romo's out there, the Cowboys could very well win. And maybe they win even without him, but I'm picking Jacksonville. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Very interested to read your thoughts and opinions. Thank you very much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button if you want more content such as this. Go ahead and subscribe as we bring upon further reviews and recaps for each and every single game, each and every single week, as well as some other content as well. So again, thank you very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you're having a good day and having a great weekend and enjoy all of the sports.